And let's tell you now that the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana is expressing worry about advisories being put out by the foreign missions warning their citizens in wake of the protests at Linden. They are worried about the long-term impact the advisories could have, although the protests have been limited to that small community. Though Linden is not known to be any major tourism hotspot, some tour companies that operate in the interior use the town as a gateway to get their supplies into their locations. And that's where the heart of the issue is for some tour companies, as the roads at Linden have been blocked off for over 3 weeks.
The visitor arrivals may not decrease, but what we have are some cancellations to some of the locations that are beyond Linden that would usually use road transport to go there. There may not be a significant number using the route, but the biggest problem we have right now is getting supplies into the resorts. That is a huge problem because most, if not all, of the supplies come from Georgetown.
Outside of the Linden situation, there is also concern about the state of the roads leading into the Rupununi from Linden. But the advisories put out by some foreign missions also warned citizens to avoid coming to Georgetown at night from the airport, pointing to reports of persons being robbed at bogus police checkpoints.
I think as these things come up, we're still very early in our stages, in our growth. And as these come up, we simply put it on the list to discuss with Minister Rohi and his team. So we are very concerned. As much as we appear dormant, we are very concerned as a body and as members in protecting the image of our sector and our properties. And that goes across the board from tour operators to tour guides to hoteliers, restaurants. Once a tourist comes on our shores, we want to make sure that they're safe across the board. And this is something that has been happening for a number of years. And we are doing as much as we can as a body and as an association to alleviate the fears of our travelers.
Then there are the problems of drug trafficking and security at Guyana's main airport that is also of concern to tourism officials. The U.S. government has been warning its citizens to be mindful of drug trafficking in Guyana and avoid being caught up in the activity. Almost every other week there's a drug bust at the Guyana airport or at some other airport with connections right back to Guyana.